favorite to win. And now all of a sudden you have Optic sitting in the grand finals, and there's a chance that NRG actually make it there instead of Immortals, and we have no Brazilians in the grand finals. So that's actually pretty crazy to think about. I think you have to expect Immortals still to be the favorite here on Mirage, though. It's definitely always been a home map for them. Very, very sharp on it. Probably their second best map after Cobblestone, I would say. So I think that they'll still feel pretty good here, but it's certainly a map that NRG doesn't shy away from. They've actually had some pretty good results in the North American online scene on Mirage themselves. And they've already, beaten Immortals on cash here to get to this point. So there is definitely that chance, because NRG looked really good yesterday, in fact, as well. So they've been looking in good form, so there's definitely a chance for them.
Let's see if this continues on, and hopefully this small break that they had between map 2 and this map, we'll still see Peter going to work with Tapson as well. Fugly actually had pretty good rounds on cash on his own when he was playing on the CT side. But now they're going to start off on T because they lost some knife rounds. So for the IBP Power semifinal matchup here between Immortals and NRG eSports, we have Peter Gopi, Legia, Tapson, and Fugly getting ready to execute inside A versus Zeus, Henny, Lucas, Phelps, and Bolts. And here's the explosion, and they spot one towards the staircase with Fugly, first man in contact.
And NRG began to spell out to the A-bomb site now. Looks like they're going to be able to get control and get this bomb planted. Good smoke coverage here. They can't really get any vision from stairs or jungle to contest this plant from happening. Now they just have to try to hope and play for the retake. But NRG, Legia pushing to find a little bit more damage, but quickly falls back.
Yeah, so we have 2 on the connector, 2 inside CT spawn. Legia is still going to push out, try to bring the fight, and Tapson's going to steal the kill away. They're going to try to push forward and try to get Henny. He reloads just on time to get the kill. They were trying to get a bad manner, I guess. I'm pretty sure he had some bullets left. But now they're going to be forced on a 3 versus 1. That's going to be Fugly. He gets a 2-tap, but he's defusing in the smoke. He's not far. He's too far. Gets the headshot, but Phelps gets the defuse.
And who went for that knife frag?
I think it was Tapson.
Did he run out of bullets, though?
I'm about to look at the replay to find out.
Okay, because I hope that wasn't what cost him the round or something like that. It's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Maybe he ran out of ammo, didn't have a choice but to pull his knife out, but...
Yeah, you're going to talk for like 45 seconds while I
That's fine. That is totally fine. Yeah, well, there's a delay. I gotta know what happened there, because I didn't quite catch it. I was looking elsewhere. But, yep, we got into the second round here. Immortals do take that one next to the sneaky defuse of Phelps. We will go ahead and see them rifle up. 3 SMGs also in play. NRG is going to get armor and a deagle on the Fugly, but everyone else is very conservative.
He headshot him blinded.
There you go.
Sorry, you could continue.
That's okay. I wasn't expecting you for another 40 seconds, but of course you jumped in there. As Immortals look to make this one, pretty cut and dry, right? I mean, not much of an investment from NRG eSports. Immortals mopping up NRG on the save, and so it's going to be 2-0 start for Immortals.
And Tapson had 0 bullets left.
Okay, well, there you go.
Just as a round ended here, I just saw it on a replay, so he did not have any bullets left, unfortunate for that. So that's going to be 2 unanswered rounds, but a nice deagle shot there from Fugly through that smoke. And fully blinded, too, up on Catwalk. So damaging a little bit here, but Immortals looking good. In terms of their artillery scene, thing for NRG for that first round bomb plant. They decide to split here and take the focus up on towards mid-side. Kind of good so far because they don't really have any scout or AWPs that's going to take into the opposition on NRG's take.
Right. And it's up to Tapson now. He's going to be a big character for them. Very explosive with the rifle. He's kind of their key to success, I feel like, in this map. So you do see him challenging up connector. Henny just kind of playing behind the smoke. Zeus and Phelps are actually pretty aggressive on Catwalk and Ladder Room as well, so he's going to have some help.
Yeah, he's just on top of that connector side. Tapson's just around the corner. They're not clearing out the area, so he drops the bomb to start. It's going to force to rotate very soon, but at least it's still in range for them to pick it up. Meanwhile, Zeus up on Catwalk. Headshot onto Peter. It's a one-man disadvantage for NRG eSports as they're still trying to execute it to A. Under window, Fugly loses the fight. Phelps burns down, though. So at least there was some sort of a trade there, but it ends up in a 3 versus 1. Tapson, if actually he's not going to get this kill, okay, he's going to actually make it a little bit easier for getting that 2 versus 1. Knowing that the last 2 guys are towards the A bomb site, he's still trying to find the right moment to move into B and try to get a bomb plant, but look at how patient he is first. And
yeah, he wants to see if he can't catch someone rotating, or maybe even throw like a double fake, catch someone trying to go through connector, or someone trying to go through CT spawn. He's just waiting it out. Maybe he doesn't even have perk information that no one's B. He may not realize that.
Exactly. He's jumping out the window, so he still thinks that there's 1A, 1B.
Yep.
So he's going to walk right into the trap of this 2-man stack inside A, unfortunately. With 20 seconds left of the clock, he has to commit inside the A bomb site. One's on the stairs. He gets the kill. Last one's in the site, but he's gonna go for a plant. There you go. He thought the other guy was towards B, and Bolts gets the backstab.
Yeah. Kind of crazy stuff. I mean, he just didn't have the right read. I don't know if it was because of miscommunication. If Immortals did a good job of masking themselves, but whatever the case may be, Tapson not able to figure out the situation. Very close round, but it goes to Immortals 3-0. Not even a bomb plant for Energy, so they can't buy back immediately. They have to take a save this round. So Immortals, great opportunity to jump to the 4-0 lead. Of course, they're trying to ensure there's at least one Brazilian team in that grand final. Gonna see if they can't make it over to play Optic for the big money. But Energy, still, you know, a chance for them, right? It's very early in this. They don't have a bye here, but they get one next round.
With the AWP, just a random shot at the underpass. Almost connects onto Peter, actually, and just stay safe for a bit. Actually, no armor whatsoever across the board for Energy. So they'll be able to build up the economy for the next round here, but they're putting up a good fight against Immortals so far. And if you're looking at it, only one guy surviving the previous round. Defuse on the first round, so they might be very low on this fight. Good trade to start, or actually good opener to start. Bolts is going to fall down. Henny's going to be forced to rotate back towards the connector. Hits that op shot onto Legia. Still trying to commit towards his mid side.
Yeah, they do go for the window boost, and Peter actually, as he's falling down, hits the headshot onto Zeus, but that's pretty much the only kill they've really gotten into this round lately, and so Immortals still comfortably secure it. They're going to be at 4-0 now. Op still in Henny's hands. Plenty of money being stored up now at this point. But Energy can go right back onto a buy. Peter can put the op in his hands. Actually elects not to. They're going to go for a full AK setup. Lots of utility as well. Everyone has smokes and Molotovs, so they can do a crazy execute with all this utility.
Yeah, despite Molotovs being more expensive here, they just love using it for Energy, and they put it to good use, actually. So far, it's going to be one inside the winter room, one on the connector, so Henny is going to have to deplete his own smoke to stay alive inside the window room.
Actually crazy to think that Energy has caused Immortals to smoke window for them. Think about that.
That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that gives them an advantage. Takes max control of mid. Still 3 smokes to work with. They're going to re-smoke it there with Tapson lobbing it across. But you still have just around the corner. Bolt's waiting on top of the connector with Henny. He gets a shot onto Catwalk. It's traded out, but Bolt still moves up, and Tapson wins it. So Tapson, 2 entries that were very needed. Now down to a one-man advantage in favor of the terrorist team.
Lucas has a nice off angle here, though, and no one's really pressuring him from Palace, so he can just kind of hold his ground. He can defend this connector push still. He's actually going to find 2 kills. Almost gets another there on the Legia. And now it's all down to this 1 versus 1. Who's going to win the spray battle? Legia does, but just barely. That was certainly a scrappy little round there.
It's like watching Richard Simmons work out. Stand up, spray, crouch. Stand up, spray, crouch. From both sides. And imagine music in a rainbow shorts, but it's going to be Legia that's going to win that one.
He had American flag shorts, didn't he?
He did, he did.
Okay.
And a unique voice.
Indeed.
But there you go. Because of all these rounds, as I mentioned before, I mean, they lost everybody on the first round because of that ninja defuse. They only had 1 guy dead on the second round, but then 1 guy alive only, then 2 guys alive. They have no money to work with in this 6th round for the Immortals. So only an M4 to work with Henny. We do have a Max 7, an MP7, and 2 5.7s. Lots of 7s in there. So maybe the odds will be in their favor with the lucky number 7. All of NRG eSports currently split up here on a mid to B take, as it looks.
Yeah, it certainly seems to be the way things are staged up, though it's not that much different than its typical mid control, just a little bit less presence towards A side and a little bit more in the B apartments, as Legia is really deep in the terrorist spawn, not really like peeking Palace or engaging A ramp. In fact, you see him slowly sliding back with the rest of his team as they are gathering up mid B, so it could be some type of push from Cat and upper B apartments, which would actually play into Immortals, who actually do have Zeus boosted inside the B site. Delt's playing just a jump peek, and Henny's actually inside market.
They're gonna full out explode here to start things up on mid. They went for the jump peek. They spotted Fugly. They did smoke or flash 4 from Catwalk, but the Mag 7 boosted inside the side drops Fugly. Bomb's still stuck on the top of halls. They don't expect a stack. The only information that they got was Zeus inside the B bomb site. At least they get Zeus in. Nice Mag 7 shot. It finally gets backstabbed by Tapson, but you still have 1 alive here in the back. Now it's a 2 versus 0. Phelps and Lucas from the market and still behind that bench. Played some heavy grounds and set up a crossfire for the win.
Yeah,
nice call to
NRG.
stack.
Yeah, I mean, NRG just, fall into the trap, basically. Just Zeus being kind of the extra man at B boosted while you had the other guys holding typical positions. And not only that, but because Zeus got those 2 kills, it gave so much time for Lucas and company from the A bomb site to rotate. And you can see Lucas is the one who finishes off the round just because of how much that NRG got stalled out. And they also waited really late to execute, so they didn't really have time to clear everything. They had to try to get in there and make a commitment. And, I mean, just all the way through, Immortals a step ahead. And so now they're up 5-1. NRG back to saving. There's been a lot of close rounds this game, but when you look at the scoreboard, it's Immortals seemingly always being just kind of one man better.
Let's see what we got for utilities. You have Legia down towards A. He's inside the palace, actually. I wonder if he's going to try to throw something out for the rest of the team to push out. But he's going to body peek, wait for the rotation, and he's going to try to backstab him. But they're being fully flanked by Henny right now. Knife out. 2 down. 4 down. Lots of money.
This will actually be the first time that a team has won a round and survived with all 5 players. And out of the 7 rounds we've played so far, and 4 of them, there was only 1 player remaining on the winning team. So that just goes to show you how close this half has really been, despite the fact that Immortals have a 6-1 lead. But unfortunately for NRG, they still don't quite have the money to buy up into this round. So this is a chance for Immortals to extend their lead, and with Henny getting so much SMG money in that round, easily able to get an op, and they can just keep storing money for later.
Bit of utilities now for NRG eSports. It's going to attempt to take this mid control from the Mollies inside. He does land a leg shot onto Tapson before falling back. The rest of them are trying to push up towards this A ramp. Henny forced to look back towards the jungle side. Tapson still trying to move up, only at 11 HP. Of course, he got leg to start. Key player for the entries. Bolts is going to try to hold it up, but Phelps jumps inside the winter room this time. On top of the ledge, spots got B and takes him down. Lucas now under the balcony, gets taken down right after, but there's a high-low stack happening towards the ticket booth. And that is just 2 guys, 3 guys getting to zone.
7-1 lead here for Immortals. NRG going to be back into the buy, though, and Peter will have his op, which I don't know that he's had one yet this game. It's really late into the first half, and I feel like this is one of the first times I've seen him have an op in his hand, so here's his opportunity to see if he can't make something happen. He's definitely had a rough game. Really only Tabson and Fugly have played well. Everyone else has really kind of struggled to get into this one, but we'll see if they can change that. They need to quickly because Immortals are jumping up to a scary lead. We are seeing NRG change it up. They're not going to be going for slow mid control. Now they're going for a heavy execute right off the bat. No hesitation, lining up those smokes already. Tapson just waiting for the right moment to strike.
Utilizing Tapson to try to enter. He spots one at triple box. Doesn't know that one towards the staircase. He at least manages to get the first entry. But here comes Bolts running through the smoke. He does get 1 kill as Legia takes down Henny as the offer towards the ticket booth. So that's a good start.
Oh.
Bolts now tagging his teammates like, my god, I didn't know you were going to be there.
Getting flanked.
It's going to get planted. Fugly watching that flank. Catches Zeus with a knife out. Back to a 1-minute advantage for NRG. Still closing in here are Bolts and Phelps moving up on that staircase. 1 guy for NRG only, and that's going to be Peter just to scout it out with the AWP towards the A ramp. Tapson still above the balcony, so now he's tagged. Nice damage onto Phelps at 8 HP. This might be the call right now for them not to go for this. Yeah, they're just going to go for the tap. Now that his teammate has fallen, Fully gets the kill. Might be able to salvage the op on top of that. And it's going to be 7-2.
And yet another round where only 1 player survives it all. So again, just incredibly close, but this time it's NRG on the winning end. But I mean, the damage is so severe. Even though they've won the round, they have to buy a Tech 9, a P250, and 2 umps. They do, in fact, get the op over to Peter, but still, look crazy to think that they won a round, but they're still buying up like this. In fact, Immortals have better firepower than they do.
And that's just because of the Mag 7 and EMP 7 work from Zeus and Henny the previous rounds. That's a lot of money stacked up on their side to be able to get these drops and get this economy still favorable for them.
And NRG want to do the same thing. They want to run this execute once more, trying to see if they can't change the pace on Immortals. It worked last time. Will it work again? Lucas tucked in underneath the balcony. Great pop flash. He only gets 1 kill, though, but oh no! He's burning! They're burning!
No! It's a 4 versus 1. Peter's the last man standing. Spots one towards trip box, but he's about to get hunted down here. Fully blinded. They peek out. He does get the kill, at least not the Bolts, but that's it. Okay, I'm sure you saw that, Dust, because we saw it from the point of view of Lucas, who was playing under that balcony. I mean, they were flashed. I think Fugly threw that molly. It bounced off his teammate's back, and they're all blinded, running around it. And then there was a TK flame. 1G. Maybe not. Yeah, it's definitely a 1G because he was a teammate molly. But it's okay. 8-2. They're going to reset NRG eSports back. And Immortals back at full command.
Yeah, I thought I was at a Brazilian barbecue there for a second. I was waiting for the meats to come around. I mean, they were just getting roasted inside Sandwich. And Immortals come up with the win. Shut down that they execute very well. Now NRG are back to saving here. Just upgraded pistols. Phelps has that second op in play now as well over an Upper B apartment. So it's going to be something difficult to deal with. Tabson gets one, but Immortals trades so fast.
That was a 1 dig onto Lucas and taken from near ramp. Now Henry's playing towards the connector. It's a 1 minute advantage for NRG. And he fully blinded. He did hear one guy towards mid under windows, so he's going to call that audible out. But Phelps is the one moving up on Catwalk instead. So everybody from NRG regrouping now up on Cat. They're running a bit. They're going to get heard here from Phelps. Yeah, Phelps has already turned around and is looking towards the upper B halls. Zeus sees him in his crosshair, so they have a perfect setup to deny this push coming in from NRG that have nothing left to work with.
And just rushing through the blender of Upper B. They actually win the fight, and Tabson gets a deagle shot a little bit through the wall, and actually gets him into the site here. Henny getting a shot through the box, but the bomb still makes its way in. It will get planted. Henny can't really put a stop to that. Now it's just about trying to make sure you don't let this round slip through your fingers, because they do have the advantage in the 2-on-2. They have the superior firepower, and it comes in strong. Immortals get the defuse. They're now up 9-2. And again, another close round, but it's back to Immortals being the favorite team in this situation. And they have a big lead. I mean, this is starting to get a little bit troublesome for NRG. They need to find some rounds here soon.
It's Tabson with a deagle, baby. They're doing a great job to actually bring these close rounds and close games. I mean, look at it again. Only 2 guys alive. Only 2 guys survived against pistols for the Immortals. They're forcing a few buys here. But they just don't have that extra edge to be able to close off rounds for NRG eSports.
Yeah, you're getting...
though, they're still with pistols. Yep. Despite a bomb plant.
And they've had their money reset twice this game already, and that's always a difficult situation to deal with when you win one, lose one like that multiple times in a half. Definitely plays against you in a big way as they're once again setting up to just waterfall out these Upper B apartments. Zeus smells it coming, gonna back off. Big rotate already in.
Yeah, there's a few team flashes that prevents them from trickling down too fast towards B, so they already have the rotation coming from Brazilian side. Peter's trying to move up before getting the bomb plant, just trying to get some kills. To no avail, it's not going to work out. It's okay for them not to try to go for this plant because they have money to work with this round. Just really just wanted to try to surprise them with the gun battle and pistols close range. Didn't pan out as the op is back in the hands of Peter. But the Immortals are running away with this half so far. If NRG could actually win these last 3, they'll be looking okay. But for how this first half has been played out so far, the Immortals are just looking really good to avenge their Brazilian brothers that have fallen.
Definitely looking to at least make the finals at this point. They're in a powerful position to do so. NRG are running out of time to get back into this game, as once more we see a pick from Zeus, just getting aggressive, finding Fugly. That guy who normally plays the B apartments has been cleaned out already, and so all that remains is Leggy outside A and the mid control still working, but they haven't even been able to get close to window or connector, and Phelps has pushed out Cat, and he'll just find one at the back of the boxes, so they're just getting held up big time. These rounds are starting to become much more dominant.
That's crazy how fast they rotated out, though. They're about to fist bump inside the smoke. Phelps gets the kill into God B. This whole time, Peter's been desperately trying to find a pick here on the mid side, and has had a chance. Now he's going to have to try to clutch a 5 versus 1, but the smoke's about to dissipate. He runs through it, the 5-7 headshot from Phelps, and that's teamwork right there for the Immortals. Support play from his teammate at window, or even connector side, and it's going to be now 11-2.
That's actually one of the coolest things about this iteration of Immortals is now that Showtime is gone, who was normally the secondary offer, now Phelps gets to slide into that role, and he's very effective. He's like a mini Cold Zera, basically. He plays the exact same spot. He does some of the same exact maneuvers, and he's very dangerous, and he's up to 14 kills now. Henny with 18. We've been talking about how Henny has just been on fire lately. At Northern Arena Toronto, he was one of their best players throughout the entire tournament. He's looked sharp online lately as well. So he's topping the charts here in a map where Immortals have a huge lead. Energy back to pistols again. How many times have we seen this half? I feel like it's been like 6 times or so.
That's right. Now back with Deagle's going to count on to Tabson to try to get these 1Ds again, but it's Fugly that's going to smoke it out now for the top of connector. Nice throw from the B halls. This is going to give a chance for maybe for them to try to sell a fake up on A ramp. There's really only one guy that's going to be Tabson. Already 4 guys focused up there at the A bomb site for the Immortals. So NRG eSports will only have to deal with Zeus inside B.
And they're going to start charging out of the window, but Zeus holds his ground over at Get Right. He gets 2 kills, might even find a third. Only gets to 2, like able to clear it out. But it's a 4-on-2 in favor of Immortals.
Oh my God,
and the flank coming in from Phelps. Yeah, that's also a problem.
That gave us so much time for them to rotate. They could have just went in against the flank for some money.
Wow.
And because of that, they just die.
Yeah. Immortals is not playing around at this point. Again, as the half is drug on, the rounds have become a lot more one-sided, and of course the score has been one-sided for quite some time. You're starting to see Immortals survive with, you know, 4 or 5 members over the last 3 rounds. Of course, a lot of that has come from the fact that Energy had been stuck saving so much this half. And this is the last round of the half. They do have a full buy across the board, but what can they do with it? This aggression at middle from Immortals, or at least the tendency for them to actually peek and take fights, is it's been really giving Energy trouble.
Well, last round to go. They desperately need this. For Energy right now to stand a chance in this second half. Mind you, this is the 3rd and final map, the tiebreaker between these 2 teams, with NRG eSports winning cash and losing on Train as the first map. If Immortals moves on, they will move into the finals to face off against Optic Gaming.
And that was certainly a shocker we had just a little bit ago on that overpass game. So good on Optic and Immortals, though. They're looking ferocious right now. They're going to be a tough challenge for Optic, that's for sure, but got to make sure they actually get all the way there. Energy still seeing if they can't fight back into this.
Look at how this round starts, though. Henny's down at 44 and Phelps is at 5 HP. So this glimmer of hope right now for NRG eSports to maybe try to bring this round back. Henny is up on top of mid at the connector side, looking on the top of mid. He's going to hear a lot of footsteps. They still connect on it to Tabson and dinks Fugly before he gets taken down. So Fugly has 1 HP. Now we're back to an even playing ground.
Indeed we are. There's still a CT stuck in Sandwich. No one's really played this spot yet, so I don't know that Energy will check this. Like, the first time it's been played in 15 rounds.
Now he pops out for the surprise. He's trying to connect onto Lucas to no avail. Fugly is still with 1 HP, gets the kill, but now he's with 1 HP that needs a clutch. There's only 10 seconds remaining. He's going to have to peek out against Zeus. His teammates be nerfed with him, and that's going to be Bolts. Nice flash for him to get the plant. But as soon as he gets that, he's going to try to move in, get the spray. He jumps on top of the boxes, and Bolts waits for him there. And that's going to end this half 13-2. Really anticlimactic on this first half.
Yeah.
Especially with the series that we've seen so far between these 2 teams.
Yeah, definitely. The first 2 maps were pretty close contests. It was a 1-1 split, so both teams did well to find themselves in the 3rd map, but Immortals has just swept through this one thus far. I mean, it started out at the beginning of the half. You saw a lot of close rounds. I think in the first 6 or 7 rounds, you had 3 or 4 where only 1 player survived on the winning team, so it was definitely like really scrappy. But Immortals always seemed to be the one that came out on top. And then, as we talked about, as the half continued, Immortals just really started to shut down Energy just across the board. Very little close rounds left towards the back end of the half. So Immortals with a huge lead at this point. They're getting production out their entire lineup. Henny and Phelps has particularly been strong, which is generally the trend. But, I mean, Bolts, Zeus, Lucas, everyone playing just fine. Meanwhile, you look over at the Energy side, and you can certainly see the struggles that many of their players are having, as they are just a few rounds away from going.
37 ADR.
What's that?
Got B with 37 ADR.
Yeah. As they are just a few rounds away from enjoying the rest of their night watching the tournament rather than playing in it, it seems like.
Unless they could turn it around here on the CT side.
You're saying there's a chance.
Well, we've seen some one-sided battles up on Train when we started things off, so... if they lose this pistol round, it's over. If they win it, though, they could get that momentum back. The reality of it is, again, the form that we see Immortals in right now versus Energy should be a 16-4.
Yeah, and if they can't win pistol, it's probably just 16-2. So
this is the thing as well for NRG's side. They have to stay confident, right? We've seen how, for example, when I was looking at Cloud9 versus IBP this morning for DreamHack Bucharest, is how Cloud9 has been so good playing their aggressive styles, open it up, explosive. And then when they started getting stopped and stomped by Virtus Pro, they started playing a little bit more scared on Cobble, a little bit more passively, and they played right into the game of Virtus Pro and just activated the plow.
yeah.
So at this point for NRG, despite them being down 13-2, they still have to try to get those explosive plays from Tabson with the openers that he's had. Fugly has played a pretty decent first half. Despite the team not doing so well, he was able to get a few play his part in terms of opening kills with Tabson, to open the sites.
Yeah.
So these guys have to stay strong and be the anchors of either A or B, depending on how they want to split this.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they have to do well just to even give Peter a chance to get an op in his hands to try to make plays is the other big thing. So they're so relying on him to be a big player that they have to try to see if they can't even get him in the game with his best gun. So a lot rides in this pistol round is basically the point here, but the likely outcome is Immortals Optic Grand Final, but we'll see what NRG has left for us. As we're just waiting for a couple of players to ready up here. I'm just waiting on Legia and Peter. Not sure what the holdup is.
Well,
of course, it's Van Silly's fault, of course. Like,
yeah,
not hitting... Hit the start button, man. Come on, start the game.
Back to Northern Arena days.
He just loves the sound of his own voice, guys.
With Legia and Peter actually not ready yet, I'm pretty confident they're just outside discussing strats. Try to see how they could bring it back here on this second half, and when they'll come back, we'll see this second half resume in this third map. Meanwhile, you guys have seen the splash screens that happen. Make sure you guys check out the underlays for the last day of the giveaways possible for the global giveaway, brought to you by IBP Power and our sponsors, Western Digital, Microsoft, Intel, Western Digital, and Best Buy.
I think you said Western Digital twice.
Did I? I don't have the... See, I tried to remember it offhand.
It's a nice try.
It's going so well the whole...
Did well.
Yeah, until now. But second half is about to start, ladies and gentlemen. Immortals
Indeed.
versus NRG eSports. Van Silly and Dust, your play-by-play and caller commentator for this matchup here. I don't know who we work for anymore when we're broadcasting these matchups. I guess we're
Technically
working for
CVO TV.
IBP Power here. Yeah.
Partnership between
CVO
CVO TV and IBP Power. There you go. That's out the way.
But now Immortals, they're setting up here to walk three guys towards the palace. It is composed of Zeus, Henny, Lucas, Phelps, and Bolts. Legia, got B, Tapson, Fugly, and Peter looking to stop this execution at the A-bomb site. Starts off well, a few flashes, but Tapson does not connect, unfortunately. Legia cannot get anything done either, and it's just Phelps plowing through with the Glock, 2 headshots, and 5 of them will try to move inside this A-bomb site. Or it's actually 3 in terms of the retake, but 5 still alive for the Immortals. Meanwhile, Lucas has fallen down. It's up to Godby, Peter, and Fugly. They do have a kid at least, but they're going to have to be on point with this retake.
Yeah, I mean, energy... What's going on here? It's so scrappy. I mean, Fugly's able to find one, but he's running out of time. He doesn't have a kit, and that's just not going to happen, man. So Immortals up 14-2. It's basically the same pistol energy ran. It's almost a carbon copy of it. Been seeing that a lot lately. It's one of those things where you have limited smokes because you want to get armors. So you can't possibly smoke everything off, so you have to kind of select to push something, whether you want to push CT spawn or whether you want to push jungle stairs and smoke off CT spawn. Immortals elects to push CT, and they just run through it. I mean, they just bulldoze energy right there.
Alright, so we're going to see a 16-2, we're going to see some Godly Deagles. I'm going to pray for Godly Deagles. Lots of them pushing up on Catwalk right now for the Immortals. Through the smoke, they take down God B, so that's already a weakened B, with only Fugly playing there on his own with 5-7 full armor. Tapson does get the long-range needle and drops the bomb carrier, but Phelps and Zeus moving up to trade it out back towards the A-bomb site. So now the A-bomb site's open. At least the bomb's down up on Catwalk, where Fugly can try to defend it. The smoke's about to dissipate, so it's going to be harder for him to hold. Peter's inside the window. He does get the headshot, but then Phelps, another 3K. Well, it started with a 4K, now a 3K, and Phelps is on top of the board. 22 kills, 8 deaths, and series point for the Immortals.
Yeah, it's all but over at this point. You got to feel like, I mean, NRG will muster up what they can, but it certainly isn't much. Just some upgraded pistols and a scout on the Peter. They would have to run the board from this point forward just to get into overtime, just to have a chance at winning this third map. And the stage is all but set for Immortals to meet Optic in the grand final. NRG will see if they have one last hurrah here.
Going out with a bang, and it's going to be Fuzzy to start things off. A TK, unfortunately, and that opens up the B-bomb site. But we already have two guys on rotation. Legia, already in the market. Now himself with Peter with the scout. Nice shot with the drive-by. Now it's a 2 versus 3. A 3 versus 1. Legia, think of Zeus as he continues with the drive-bys. Now it's a 2 versus 1, but Bolts is moving up from upper B. That's it. One tap. Just to end it. Good games. 16-2. As it will be the Immortals versus Optic Gaming in the grand finals of the IBP Power 2.